Good morning, children. Today we are on to the next video of alcohol phenol ether, and in today's video we will be talking about preparation of phenols. The first preparation which we are taking is from haloarine. Haloarine, I've taken example of chlorobenzene. Chlorobenzene first is treated with NaOH at 623 and 300. This we have already done in the previous chapter, that haloarine will not undergo nucleophilic substitution reactions easily because of the presence of the partial double bond character between the two atoms, okay, because of resonance. So first step, children, what you will get is this ONA, sodium phenoxide, and then further in the presence of dilute HCl, what you will get is phenol. Okay, now let's see what the mechanism has to say, because in the mechanism you will actually understand what is happening, right? So first bit of what we have taken is this chlorobenzene. This is one chlorine. There is H1 here. I'm going to show separately because with that we can understand better. So it is in the presence of NaOH, that is aqueous NaOH. So aqueous NaOH will give you OH minus. So this OH minus will take away this H with it. It will come out as water, right? Because this OH minus will have the attraction for the positive, so it will come out as water. So when it comes out, what happens is this Cl and the bond electrons which are making this bond, they will remain on this particular carbon atom. So you will have this double bond as such, plus you will have one more extra electron, due to which this carbon will get a negative charge. Got it? In the next step, this Na plus was there, right? So this Na plus will try to take this Cl from here. Okay, this will try to take the Cl minus from here. So between Na plus and Cl minus there will be some attraction. So this Cl will take away this electron. It will take away this electron, come out as Cl minus. So minus NaCl we will write. So now this carbon will be now short of the electron because this bond has gone from here. So this negative charge, the electron which is present here, tries to come in between the two carbon atoms. So what you get here is a triple bond between these two carbon atoms. Did you follow this? Just check it. There was a negative charge because this H had gone. It has come out as water. So this negative charge which was there here will be making this a bond, triple bond. Why? Because that Na plus which was attacking will taking this Cl from here. So the bond between carbon and chlorine goes along with Cl as Cl minus. So Cl minus and Na plus will form NaCl, and this electron will go in between. So there will be a unstable species formed which is called as benzyne. Now this is a reaction intermediate. It is unstable species, and we can say it is the reaction intermediate. Now why we are saying this is not stable? Because these two carbon atoms are having sp hybridization. Sp hybridization means it should be linear, but it is not linear. It is in the form of a ring. So definitely there will be more strain in the molecule. So more strain means it is not going to be stable. Okay. So the next step, what happens, we will see. Now because it is not stable, there is a strain in the molecule. There will be another NaOH. I wrote in the beginning 2 NaOH here. So 2 NaOH molecules I wrote on the top. So here I have written 2 NaOH. So 2 NaOH molecules are there attacking. So how will they be attacking? We will be writing here. So again NaOH. So OH minus of this. Now, why it is attacking? I told you, because it is unstable. It is going to attack this or this carbon atom. So, I am going to show here on this carbon atom. So, this is, of course, you might think this carbon ka valency is complete. How it is attacking? Because it is unstable, the OH can attack it. So, when this goes here, the valency of this particular carbon gets disturbed. So, this bond comes in between. It comes here on this particular carbon atom. So what changes I made here, I'm going to show in the next structure. I'm showing here. So you will write this as such, this one as such. You will show here OH because that has attacked here. Now because this bond has come here, this will have one negative charge, one electron. Okay, this is extra electron which are going to come here. Now because there is a negative charge here, this negative charge will try to pull this H from here. So when it tries to pull, this bond electrons will go on oxygen. So that I'm not showing here H specially written, but we know that when there is a double bond, that is not a problem. Oh, this carbon was having a negative, so that is satisfied by this H. It gets transferred here. So here you are left over with only O with a negative charge, and this as such will be there. That means what you get, children, here is phenoxide ion. What you get is phenoxide ion. Now, this phenoxide ion is further attacked by this Na plus because this OH minus we have shown. What about that Na plus? This Na plus will try to attack this particular O. So what we will get here is, we are going to write in the next step. This will be as such. This will be now O, Na plus, and this minus. Sodium phenoxide we got. What did we get here, children? Sodium phenoxide. Now there is a role of this HCl. Dilute HCl we have taken. Okay. So dilute HCl means this Cl and Na will come out as NaCl. This will come out as NaCl. So, and this H will go here, and what you will get is phenol. Right. So you can just take the screenshot and please prepare the notes. This is the preparation of phenol from haloarenes mechanism. Next preparation of phenol we are taking, that is from benzene sulfonic acid, C6H5SO3H. It's an important method. In large scale, it can be prepared by using this method. It is industrial method to prepare phenol. Okay, we have studied in benzene chapter that how do you get this benzene sulfonic acid from benzene. Say this is benzene, children. Benzene in the presence of fuming sulfuric acid. Fuming sulfuric acid. Now what is fuming sulfuric acid, children? Oleum. H2S2O7. So in the presence of oleum, what you get is this benzene sulfonic acid. Okay, now this benzene sulfonic acid is further treated with the base NaOH. So what comes out is this H from here and this OH from here comes out as water. So we'll remove water, and what we are getting, I'm writing it down because of the lack of space there. So I am going to write here this, and it is SO3Na. Now what is this, children? It is sodium benzene sulfonate. Sodium benzene sulfonate. Yeah. Now this sodium benzene sulfonate is further treated with 2 molecules of NaOH. Now when it is treated with 2 molecules, temperature is quite high. It is 623 Kelvin we take. So in the presence of this NaOH, what you will remove, just see carefully. This whole thing, Na2 and one Na from here also. This comes out as what? It comes out as, I'll write down this side. This comes out as Na2SO3. 2 NAs and S2. Na2SO3. That comes out. Plus this comes out as water from here. So one water also comes out. What is left over? Na and this O. So this Na and O I'm going to show over that phenol. The benzene ring. It's about to form now. This is sodium phenoxide. This is sodium phenoxide. Right? Now this sodium phenoxide is further treated with HCl. Dilute HCl, and as discussed in the previous method, what will happen? This Cl will always have the affinity for this Na. It will come out as NaCl. Right? And now H is left over. This with O will come here as phenol. So what we are getting is phenol. Clear? Another important method we are discussing is from cumene. Now what is cumene? Cumene is isopropyl benzene. Isopropyl benzene. Now if we write down with the mechanism, we can understand it very nicely. So what we write is this. What is isopropyl, children? CH, CH3 and CH3. This is isopropyl radical. Isopropyl radical is attached to benzene. It is isopropyl benzene. Now this is treated with air. Air means oxygen. So I am writing O2 here. Now how will this start the reaction? Okay, first thing is this, in the presence of light, this will break. Homolytic fission will occur. We can say, so this is a free radical mechanism is followed. So when this breaks here, now these two oxygen atoms will get single bond, and these two will get one lone pair of electron. In a way you will have two and one lone pair, because that double bond has broken. So when that bond has broken, this will try to come in between carbon and oxygen. Carbon and hydrogen, between this carbon and hydrogen, these two oxygens will fit in. So what we get is, this we will write as such, CH3 over here, CH3, there will be two oxygen single bond, they will get attached here, and you will get like this, right? So now what will happen is, this is in the acid medium. So in the presence of the H plus, there is a lone pair present over here, right? So there is a lone pair present over here. So this lone pair will take this H from here. It will take this H from here. So when it takes this H from here, what you will get is, you will get here CH3, this is CH3, this is OH, one H will come here, there will be one lone pair now left over. Actually now these two are having the lone pairs. This lone pair was just to show you that one extra negatives have come over here, because this bond has broken from here, right? So now when this is also having two lone pairs, that is obvious. This oxygen atom now is having three bonds, so this will get one positive charge. Now this O having positive is not stable, not happy to get this. So what it will do is, it will try to take this bond, this electron from here. So when it tries to take this electron from here, what happens is, water we will write down separately. This will come out as water. Now when this has come out here, this oxygen will be short of the electron. Now this oxygen will get a positive charge. So when this oxygen gets a positive charge, again it will not be stable. So what happens is, internally there is phenyl shift. So this pH will shift here on this oxygen atom. So what changes have happened, I am writing here in the next step. Okay, this will be now removed. This is not a bond now. This is CH3. I am just shifting it slightly and drawing it this way. This carbon will now get a positive charge, because this phenyl I am going to draw on this particular oxygen atom now. This O, and I have drawn this phenyl over this. I hope you followed this, what exactly has happened. Just see here. This oxygen was having a double bond, triple bond, three bonds, so it was not stable. It tries to take this bond from here. When this goes here, this oxygen will get a positive charge. When this gets positive, so it is not again happy. So then this phenyl shift happens here. There is pH shift. Okay, phenyl shift occurs. So when phenyl shift occurs, only what I am doing is, this phenyl I am writing here, and this I am removing this as water. Instead of this phenyl, I have written it here. That's it, I have done. Okay, now this carbon is having again positive. When this is positive, means it is again not stable. Carbon is having a positive charge, so its valency is not complete. So one water molecule which came out from here, it's having a lone pair of electron. It's going to attack this particular carbon atom with the positive charge. So when this attacks this particular carbon atom with the positive charge, what you will get is CH3, C, CH3, O. I'm writing here as pH instead of writing the ring just because of short of space. There is O, and because this has attacked the carbon atom, this is having now only one lone pair. O will have a positive charge because this is having 3 bonds. So when this is having 3 bonds, it will take this electron from here. So means H minus will come out. Okay. So minus H will be there, minus H plus will be there, and what you are getting is, so this H has gone here, H has come out from here. So what if this H goes away? What is left over? I have written here C, CH3, CH3, O, PH. One H is removed, so only one OH is left over. Right? Now this electron which is making the bond between O and H, it will go in between 2 carbon and oxygen. So when this goes away from here, there is only H plus left over. And when this has gone, means there is a double bond between carbon and oxygen. There is a double bond between carbon and oxygen means the valency of this carbon is disturbed. So this bond goes on O, which is more negative. So when this is negative, the H will attack here and this part will come out as phenol, and what you are left over when this has gone here as double bond, you will have ketone, that is acetone. So what we have prepared in cumene, we have prepared phenol and acetone. Acetone is a side product which is obtained. You can see the mechanism once again from the beginning, children. Isopropyl benzene, first in the presence of air, free radical mechanism, this air, 2 oxygen atoms here attach in between. So what you get here is, this is cumene hydroperoxide. The product here form is cumene hydroperoxide. Hydroperoxide, because there is peroxide linkage between the two. There is a peroxide linkage. OO single bond is said to be a peroxide linkage. So there is a peroxide linkage. Now in the acid medium, the H plus will attack one of the oxygen atom. So when this attacks, you will get H attacked here. You will have this O having 3 bonds, which is not comfortable with. So one of the bond comes this side, this comes out as water. When this comes out as water, you are left over with this oxygen positive, which is again not stable. So this phenyl shift will occur. This phenyl will shift to this oxygen and you will remove this part as water. So what changes were there? I have written here. So phenyl I have written on this particular, this phenyl C I have written here. Now water came out. This carbon was having now a positive charge because phenyl has shifted, means this carbon will get a positive charge. So now this water brings a lone pair. It attacks this particular carbon with the positive charge. So when it attacks here, you will have this water, right? Again this O is positive, not happy with it. It takes the electron. H minus comes out. So twice basically the H minus has come out. One it has come out here. Second time H has gone with this phenol. Next, this comes out, H comes out. This will now be having both the lone pairs I have drawn here. These are both the lone pairs back on O. Now when they both the lone pairs are here, there is still, phenol preparation. How to explain the mechanism? Because mechanisms are basically the proposed thing. So the bond from here, O and H, electrons will go in between the carbon and oxygen. So we are about to get acetone now, you can see. So when this comes here, means there is a double bond. When there is a double bond between carbon here, the valency of this carbon exceeds 4. So this bond shifts from here on O. So when this goes here, this O will get one negative charge. When this gets a negative charge, the H from here, shifts onto this, and what you are getting is phenol. Is it clear, children? So in today's session, children, we have discussed with three main preparations of phenol. One from haloarenes, second from benzene sulfonic acid, and the third one we have discussed is from cumene. Okay, I hope you have followed. Thanks for watching.